All right, I thought today was a good Tuesday practice, good start to the week. There's a lot of variations of what we're working through. Just the different looks of Syracuse. Getting our scouts and everybody lined out to try to, especially defensively, just to try to present as close to simulate what we might see. With a little bit different scheme. I thought our guys had a good attitude, mindset to the work, and we got some ones just like every Tuesday. We get good competitive drills with ones-on-ones, and I thought our guys had the right mentality. Had to clean up some details and just overall execution from different segments of practice. But I thought it was a good work day. I saw some explosive plays, saw some guys that were really flying around, had some physicality in it. We got to bounce back tomorrow and continue to get better. But I liked how we started the week.
Coach Atkins said you're fullback is your position. You like that position, versatility.
I don't like that position. I love that position. Yes. Just because it's one of the purest positions in football. Like, when you go play fullback, you gotta have it all. It's the toughness, the mentality, the skill set, the agility to be able to work and make people miss, and as you're tracking guys and blocking, and it's funny because when I was just everywhere I've been, I've always had a defensive player that's been our fullback, and so even when I was offensive coordinator, I would always kind of draw to those guys and see them really engage in the opportunity, and I've had some great ones, and that's where I just like coaching that position, and I need to get it put on my business card actually.
How'd you identify DJ as a guy?
DJ actually, it's funny. He was most of his high school career. He was a running back, and he only moved to linebacker his senior year, and he obviously did a great job with that. But when we got in the recruiting process, it was something that I saw that as a real opportunity for him, and he's a great one.
With Sam's announcement on social media about the transfer thing, and you guys obviously talked and worked out. We see him out here participating. But how do you kind of go about getting him re-engaged, reconnected, and back on?
So man, it's about work today, and come out, and there's a lot of emotions in life, and it's not, you don't always wake up and have the greatest start to a day or where everything's going the way you necessarily want it, but you get a chance to respond to that, and you get a chance to go and still put your best foot forward. I appreciate the work that goes into it, and in all reality, if I went with my immediate reaction to a lot of situations, I would probably be a lot more challenges that would show up in life. There's times that players frustrate me, and I might have an immediate reaction of what I want to do. But if I was to quit on them, or if I was to stop pouring in, then we'd miss out on some great opportunities to see growth. And so it's a twofold thing. And these are young men that are going through a lot, and it's a great experience to be a college football player, but there's a lot of stress that goes into it. There's anxiety that's everybody wants it all at the very beginning, and some guys are able to have a little bit different experiences, but everybody still has to grow and trust that process. And it's for every person on our team. It's a continuing to work through that. And if you make the choice to show up every day and continue and improve and get better, being your best, then you're going to be well on your way to accomplish all that you want.
It seemed like Sam did have some bright moments today. Did you appreciate the response or see him respond?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same expectation for everybody that comes out. And if you went and polled everybody that had on our team that who had just a great day or who had a challenging moment yesterday, probably 50-50 had challenges yesterday, and they had to still make the same choice to come out. I appreciate Sam and obviously the work that he put in and the decision that he made to be a part of what we're doing and to continue to work away at it, because he does have a bright future. I mean, there's no question about it. And today he made a choice to come get better, and I thought he did. And there's still some teachable moments for him and things that he has to continue to grow in. But that's all of us. And but by making the statement and choosing to come out here and push and work, I respect that.
What does it say about you that you didn't put him on scout team. You didn't demote him. You don't have him out here doing bear calls. What does it say about your kind of management style, I guess, that you
I mean, I was 18 once. And I mean, that's the best way. Like I said, if I I understand some of the challenges. I understand some of the things, and there are certain actions that require certain responses, and I felt that I understood to a point, and it's part of working through things with people, and that's just kind of how I operate.
How far have you seen Greedy improve, in which ways have you seen him?
Yeah, he's really doing a good job, and I think that that increase in his confidence and what he's been asked to do, and just the work that he's putting in, he's got a great future. He's made some impactful plays. He was great, getting the second interception of the year. Him and Kevin, being able to play off of each other there at the nickel spot, really provides some flexibility for us. And I think the competition pushes each other, and you can't come out here and go through the motions at that position, because you have somebody that's ready for the work that's available. So I like that. I see him growing up in that, and he's had a good really good last couple of weeks, but I mean, you see that transpire on game day too.
With DJ, I know one of the storylines for him was kind of shedding weight to help him at linebacker this offseason. Was there ever any doubt with the lower weight that he was still the fullback, or was he kind of always?
It's explosive power, and I mean, I'm not one of those. There's certain guys you want to see that that weight is necessary, but I mean, if you got explosive power, I mean, you can do some great things. And he lost weight that he probably needed to lose to be able to play at the conditioning level that he is now being able to do, especially being able to go both sides of the ball. But I didn't worry about his explosiveness.
Is Amari continuing to kind of progress and show you?
He did, and he played his most snaps there last week, and looking as he continues to clean up some of the things that he's doing, and just that growth and his confidence in all things that we're asking him to do. That will continue to grow, and really proud of Amari, because he's had a challenging year, and with dealing with the injury, and then just what that does when you miss 4 or 5 weeks. But how he's responded to that, and he continued work. I mean, great leadership, tremendous effort, and we need that to show up daily.
What do you remember about Jared versus game at Syracuse last year? Watching that, going back to watching that when you first saw it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't something I just ultimately studied last year, but I remember the flashes. I saw one of the plays that stood out to me was that Tucker broke out on a long run, and Jared's you just saw him open up and run. And I mean, it was impressive to see a big guy that ran and pursued the ball the way that he did. His physicality, he was able to. I think he had a sack in the game. He was just so very active, and I mean, it was just somebody that jumped off on film. As you watch different opponents. I mean, it was. When you're not looking for somebody and they show up, and it's impressive, and respected him for it, and that's one of the main reasons whenever he got into portal that I was like, all right, I've seen this one before, and then when you watch the collective season of what he did, it really spoke to the identity, and then you get to know the young man.
How do you think a guy like that gets overlooked by FBS schools?
I mean, it's people develop at all different times. He was. I think he was 200 pounds when he came out of high school, and obviously just the projection of what that's going to be, and he put in work, and that's where there's guys that are on our team that maybe weren't the highest recruited people that might be that are some of our best football players, and it's evaluation is the key to success, in my opinion, and you got to be able to, and that doesn't mean you're always going to be right on it. And there's some guys that you might watch and you think, well, I think there's other better options that are out there that could come help play, make an impact quicker. And then there's some guys that you take a chance on because you believe in the development of what's going to come. And his story is a unique one, and we had a very similar story. I mean, I know Pat was recruited, and he was well recruited, but you sit there and you have a defensive end, and Patrick Payton that was, I mean, he's 205 pounds maybe, when he got here. And you see the work, the development. Now he's close to 250 or whatever he's weighing now, and it's just he's impressive just to see how he's grown and developed to what we believed that he would be. So it's a great story, but he had to work for it.
I guess you don't probably spend too much time talking about big picture things in terms of the players and what they've accomplished this season. But they have a chance to set some marks for this team that Florida State hasn't been able to hit in a long time. Is that something that they appreciate? Do you bring that up to them this is still out there?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's about our constant growth. But I mean, we talked. This is our last ACC opponent, and this is we want to finish our ACC schedule the right way. And we've had some really good moments. We've had some setbacks, but this is the last one we get, and we want to leave our mark to this year and what we were able to do in conference. And we played a challenging conference schedule, and this is definitely a challenging task ahead with having to go to Syracuse. I mean, they play really well at home, very talented team, and so we're gonna have to go play our best game, and our guys embrace that, and we go and we can do that, then we'll continue on with other things that might be ahead.
What's it been like watching Antavious at the defensive tackle position now?
Yeah.
Saw him practicing last week, now official on the roster.
Yeah, no, I mean he's Woody. Coming in, we knew that he had versatility, and it was I knew worst, and I say this in a way, knew worst case that his ability on O-line would be elite movements, with what we were able to bring in at the defensive tackle spot. It was numbers wise, we wanted to kind of see where that was going. So I wanted to start him off, and we were very transparent. Look, we're going to start you off on O-line, and if I see you when you get here, you have the movements and the ability that show that it could transition to the defensive side, then we'll evaluate that. And just as this year is gone, and being in a weight room, he's putting up great numbers with his strength, his overall development. He's 15, 20 pounds, and moves really well. So it's I'm excited about taking that opportunity, and I didn't want to wait till the off season. Let's get him over there and get him working. Let Odell get his hands on him a little bit, and he's doing a really nice job. I think it's going to be a good fit for him. And you take him, Io, Daniel Lyons, it's Bishop, who's doing really well, very explosive. I mean, I really like that young group that we have, and just the versatility of what they can do as well.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you guys. Y'all have a wonderful day.
You too. Great day, Coach.